Welcome to our channel. Before we get started, please consider liking and subscribing so we can bring more stories like this to you.
Jason Statham stood at the edge of the snow-covered cliff, his breath visible in the frigid air as adrenaline coursed through his veins. With a confident grin, he surveyed the vast expanse of glistening powder beneath him. This was his playground, an untouched paradise for thrill-seekers like him. Known for pushing boundaries, Statham wasn't just an ordinary snowboarder. He was a master of extreme sports, capable of navigating any terrain with grace and precision. As he strapped on his board, the sun glinted off the sleek surface, casting sparkles like diamonds across the snow. The excitement buzzed around him as fellow skiers prepared to take flight in the helicopter parked nearby. It was supposed to be a day filled with laughter and adventure. But beneath the surface, tension simmered among the group. They were affluent tourists seeking thrills but unaware that danger lurked in the shadows. With a final glance back at the sparkling mountains, Statham launched himself into the descent, carving through fresh powder with breathtaking speed. Little did he know that this exhilarating ride would soon turn into a fight for survival, as an unforeseen disaster awaited just around the bend. A catastrophic avalanche that would change everything. As Jason navigated the powdery slopes, the helicopter soared above, its rotors slicing through the crisp mountain air. Inside, a group of affluent tourists exchanged excited chatter, their laughter echoing in the enclosed space. Among them was Charlotte, the captivating heiress known for her adventurous spirit but also for her complicated family legacy. Her presence added a layer of tension to the group, as whispers about inheritance disputes and jealousy among the elite swirled beneath their glossy exterior. While some marveled at the breathtaking views, others exchanged glances filled with unspoken rivalry. A wealthy businessman, convinced he should be revered, shot disdainful looks at those he deemed beneath him. Meanwhile, socialite clung to Charlotte's side, hoping to bask in her glow while secretly plotting ways to undermine her status. As they prepared to land on the pristine snow, Statham caught snippets of their conversation drifting in the wind. Complaints about past trips and veiled insults that hinted at deeper animosities. The atmosphere crackled with unacknowledged agendas and veiled resentment. Excitement mingled with an undercurrent of unease. Little did they know that these tensions would soon erupt into chaos, setting the stage for a disastrous turn of events. As the helicopter touched down on the pristine slopes, a subtle unease crackled through the air, unnoticed by most. However, lurking in the shadows was a figure intent on sowing discord among the elite group, with a calculated precision. This saboteur had tampered with the safety mechanisms designed to stabilize the snowpack, setting a dangerous trap that would soon unleash chaos. The tourists disembarked, oblivious to the twisted plot. Unfolding around them, Charlotte and her companions reveled in their surroundings while exchanging playful banter and laughter. But just as Jason prepared for his next run, a low rumble began to reverberate through the mountain. Suddenly, without warning, the ground shifted ominously beneath them. The snow cracked like thunder, unleashing an avalanche that surged downwards with terrifying speed and ferocity. The roaring wall of powder seemed alive, swallowing everything in its path as it cascaded. Toward those unsuspecting onlookers below, with instincts honed by years of experience, Statham immediately recognized the danger. He positioned himself to outrun the avalanche, adrenaline surging as he carved through the chaos, desperate to escape the deadly wave and reach Charlotte before it was too late. The world exploded into chaos as the avalanche roared down the mountain, enveloping everything in its path. Jason Statham, heart pounding, fought against the blizzard of snow and debris that whisked around him, obscuring visibility and making every movement a challenge. He instinctively shifted gears, using his snowboarding skills to navigate the treacherous terrain. Carving sharp turns to avoid falling trees and loose boulders, his mind raced as he recalled Charlotte's location. The frantic beeping of her beacon echoed in his ears, a desperate call for help amidst the cacophony. Statham pushed himself harder, summoning every ounce of strength and precision as he flew down the slope. Each second felt like an eternity. He knew he had to reach her before time ran out. As he approached the area where she was last seen, the weight of the situation pressed heavily upon him. Stopping abruptly, he scanned the landscape for any sign of Charlotte beneath the thick blanket of snow. With focused determination, he began to dig feverishly at the snowpack, using his hands as much as his board, hoping against hope to uncover her before it was too late. The cold seemed to seep into his bones, but adrenaline fueled his resolve. He would not let her down with the frantic beeping of Charlotte's beacon guiding him. Jason Statham focused intently on the task at hand. He had trained in avalanche rescue techniques, and now every lesson came flooding back as he assessed the situation. The snow surrounding him was densely packed, making it difficult to dig through effectively. But Statham knew that time was of the essence. He quickly calculated the best approach, remembering that victims often create air pockets when buried. Instead of frantically digging straight down, he decided to carve a tunnel towards the beacon's signal, hoping to reach her more efficiently. With each shovelful of snow removed, he kept his ears tuned for any response from Charlotte while mentally tracking how deep he might need to go. His heart raced as the beeping became louder. A sign she was closer than anticipated. Statham began to form an air pocket just inches above where he estimated she lay. He punched through the layer of snow with renewed vigor, creating a small space for her to breathe should he reach her soon. Every instinct told him to keep moving. Failure wasn't an option. He would bring her back from this frozen tomb, no matter the cost. With each punch into the packed powder, Jason Statham felt the urgency of the moment intensify. He was on borrowed time, and every second mattered as he fought against the weight of the snow that threatened to suffocate Charlotte, struggling to keep his breathing steady. He concentrated on forming an air pocket just inches above where he estimated she lay. His fists struck the snow with determination, sending clouds of powder flying around him like a ghostly mist. The rhythmic thuds echoed in his ears, a testament to his resolve amidst the chaos. He envisioned Charlotte's face, her eyes wide with fear and hope. He couldn't let her down. Each impact sent jolts of pain through his hands, but he pushed through, driven by an indomitable spirit. As the beeping of the beacon grew louder, he felt a surge of adrenaline. Propelling him forward, he knew that creating this vital air pocket could mean the difference between life and death for Charlotte. With one final effort, he punched through a dense layer of snow, feeling the cool air rush into the small void he had created. The moment was tense. Would it be enough? Statham held on to hope as he continued digging, refusing to give up until she was safe. Just as Jason Statham formed the air pocket, a distant sound of helicopter blades sliced through the chaos, and the sharp calls of professional rescuers echoed from above. The arrival of the rescue team brought a wave of hope amidst the chaos. Dressed in bright orange gear, they quickly assessed the situation, their experience evident as they moved with purpose and urgency. Statham, still digging feverishly, looked up to see a rescuer reach his side. "We've got you," the leader shouted over the roaring winds. Teaming up with the professionals, Statham guided them to Charlotte's location, pointing out her beacon while they prepared specialized equipment for extraction. Each member played a crucial role. One secured ropes for pulling her out, while another monitored conditions for further instability. As they worked together, cohesive and synchronized, Statham felt a renewed sense of determination. He shared insights from his earlier digging efforts and helped clear away more snow to create a safe path for Charlotte's recovery. Every moment was critical. He could feel time slipping by like grains of sand. Finally, as they unearthed her from the snow's grip, it became a race against both nature and time to ensure her safety before any further danger could strike. As the rescue team finally freed Charlotte from the icy grip of the snow, she gasped for air, her eyes wide with disbelief and relief. The moment their eyes met, an unspoken bond formed between her and Jason Statham. A connection forged in the crucible of survival. Tears streamed down her face, mingling with the melting snow as gratitude overflowed. "You saved my life," she whispered, her voice shaking with emotion. Statham, still catching his breath, felt a rush of warmth at her words amidst the harsh cold surrounding them. In that moment, all the pain he endured while digging and the risks he took faded into insignificance. It was not just about bravery. It was about human connection in moments of peril. As he helped her sit up, he could see the flicker of resilience in her eyes, reminding him of their shared struggle for survival. The chaos around them began to settle as first responders assessed Charlotte's condition and tended to her. Yet for Statham, the exhilaration of saving her transcended everything else. In an unforgiving environment where every second counted, they had triumphed together. An embodiment of courage and hope that would resonate long after they left the mountain behind. In the aftermath of the harrowing ordeal, Jason Statham stood on the snowy mountainside, the weight of the experience settling around him like the fresh powder beneath his feet. He had entered this adventure-seeking thrill, but what he found was a profound sense of purpose and connection, an emotional journey that extended far beyond adrenaline and excitement. The bond he formed with Charlotte during their struggle awakened something deeper within him, a recognition of the fragility of life and the strength that comes from unity in adversity. As he watched the rescue team attend to Charlotte, her laughter bubbling forth as she shared her story, he felt a warmth spread in his chest, a sense of fulfillment in knowing that his actions had made a difference. This adventure had transformed him. He was no longer just a thrill seeker but also a protector, someone who could rise to meet the challenges thrown his way. With thoughts of future escapades dancing in his mind, Statham realized this was not just an isolated incident. It was an awakening. He turned to face the vast expanse of untouched snow, ready for whatever new adventures awaited him, emboldened by the lasting impact of this shared experience. A reminder that sometimes, the most perilous journeys lead us to discover our true selves.